everyone, welcome back to more Lady Layton. Mic check. Okay, we're good. Okay. Okay, next, an unexpected windfall. Is this definitely the place Inspector Hastings asked us to meet in earnest? Yes, miss, in front of the Layman's Reserve Bank, he said. Well, it doesn't appear to be open yet. I wonder what the inspector wants. Maybe it's some problem at the bank. I don't trust banks. Apart from Barclays, it's all in the name. Well, he didn't mention anything like that. He just telephoned the agency and asked us to meet him here. That was all. He's always doing this. That man never gets to the point. Well, anyway, it's a pretty impressive building, isn't it? Yes, it's amazing to think that just 10 years ago, no one had even heard of the Layman's Reserve Bank. Well, this building doesn't look new. I expect the bank bought it from somebody else, that's why. It's very important for a bank to portray the right image, you see, Cheryl. And its name, its logo, and its office buildings. Barclays sure has a kennel as its logo. I like it. Oh, there's Inspector Hastings now, coming out from inside the bank. Yes, and he looks troubled. I smell a case in the making. I wonder what it's going to be. Oh, there you are, Kat. Thanks for coming. Good morning, Inspector. You have a new case for me, I take it? Spot on. In fact, you were asked for personally. You mean somebody else asked for me to investigate, not you? Spot on again. Your little agency's getting quite a name for itself now. I said I'd get in touch with you on the gentleman's behalf. I felt quite pleased with myself as it happened. Well, I'm glad the agency is becoming more widely known, but I'm not sure what that has to do with you, Inspector. Well, I'm the one who cottoned on to your great puzzle-solving abilities, aren't I? Takes a keen eye to spot a good investigator, Cat. He knows how to blow his own trumpet, explains the big nose. Well, it's jolly good news that the agency is getting the recognition it deserves, don't you think? It's a tribute to your wonderful detective skills, Miss Layton. Blimey, listen to me gassing. Come on, we better go in. The gentleman in question has specifically requested we keep this investigation hush-hush. Mum's the word, alright? Yes, Mum. Well, let's go in so we can find out what this is all about then. But first... The sign on the door says it's closed, but I saw a woman inside before. In other words, it's closed, open bracket, unless we like you and want to let you in, close bracket. Banks. You are a strange man. Is it a private joke, or is it something you could share? Ah, you scared me. Anyway, it's nothing, don't worry about it. Okay, Mr. Shady. I'm not worried, but I am sort of curious. I'm on to you. Ah, Mr. Tor, I didn't know you banked here. Oh, hello, Miss Layton. I don't know where I'm at, to be honest. Nev sent me this puzzle and I just can't solve it. Really? Mr. Rector sets puzzles? Sometimes, yes. You couldn't help me solve it, could you? Here, let me show it to you. Money of color. There's a wall with 12 sections that need to be painted, just like the one in the picture. Red around the outside edge on the left, blue on the outside on the right, and purple in the center. A pot of paint for one section costs 10 pounds for red, 10 pounds for blue, and 30 pounds for purple. How much is the paint going to cost? Find the minimum possible price. Okay, well, first off, you can mix red and blue to make purple. So, forget you, purple. So, let's see. how much, like how many squares can be painted with one? I'm just gonna say 20.
This should do it, I think. Oh, that's not like me.
If you just apply pots of paint to match the colors shown in the picture, it'll be one. Oh, okay. I get it. So you need them, right? And then you need another couple to make purple. So I guess you have both, like, you can't just do red and then blue, and then you can't mix them for some reason. So 40 then.
This is an interesting one.
No?
Not good, Catriel, not good.
Oh, one section. Jesus Christ. Okay. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then 120. Yes. Yes.
I've seen how to solve this now.
Oh, yeah.
Any mystery
Gotta
or
read
puzzle
carefully.
solved?
Take care to get the colonies. There, that's how it's done. Is that a help, Mr. Tor? Brilliant, you made that look so easy. I suppose you detectives are primed for puzzle solving. I'll bear you in mind next time I'm stuck. Alright. Oops. Gosh, it feels deserted in here without any customers, doesn't it? Oh, there's a woman over there, though. Look! Yeah, she's not a customer. That's the general manager of the bank. The general manager? She's very important, then. You said it, Sunshine. The Layman's Reserve Bank has branches all over the country. Each one has a branch manager, and that lady there is the manager of all those managers. The gentleman who asked for this investigation said she'd fill us in on all the details. Alright then, let's get filled in. After I look around. Come on. Hello, I understand that you're the general manager of the bank. That's right, love. And who are you coming in here with your dirty dog? We're not open to the public yet. I'm sorry? Gosh, have we done something to offend? No, sorry, madam. She's not a member of the public. This is a detective who'll be investigating the case for you. Detective? This little girl, are you sure she's up to the task? This is a very complicated case, you know. I do understand, madam, but I assure you Miss Layton here is highly accomplished and revealed. Well, let's hope so, because I demand perfection. Any slip-ups, and I'll have to ask you to drop it. Please, rest assured, I'll solve the case for you perfectly. Of course, I'll need you to give me as many details as you can first. Will that be alright? Yes, I suppose so. Miss Layton, wasn't it? Yes, Catriel Layton of the Layton Detective Agency, and my assistant here is Ernest Greaves. Hello, I'm Bianca Teller. Bianca Bank. Bianca Bank. As you already know, Miss Layton, I'm the general manager of the Layman's Reserve Bank. Oh, please, call me Catriel. No, I'd rather not. First names can be a source of confusion. Using people's full names is the perfect solution. This husky is a real barrel of laughs, isn't she? Well then, perhaps you could explain exactly what the problem is? It's a sensitive matter, to be treated with complete discretion, do you understand? Your secrets are safe with me, as safe as this bank's vault. Are you being sarcastic? No, I wasn't meaning to be. Is there some sort of problem with the bank's vault then? Yes, I pride myself on my perfect security measures here. We've been the victims of grand larceny. I say, someone robbed the bank. How much was taken? 100 million sterling in notes. I see. 100 million. Wait, 100 million? Unexpected windfall. Did she just say 100 million, Cheryl? I don't think I could have heard her correctly. How much is 100 million? How many bags of dog biscuits would that buy? That would buy you all the dog biscuit manufacturers in the world, Cheryl. Really? I don't think I could eat all of them. Are you talking to your dog? You do realize the gravity of this case, don't you? It could undermine the whole bank. Trust me to get lumbered with the detective who talks to her dog. Hello. I asked for her especially, Bianca. Oh, Mr. Sloane's. I wasn't expecting you, sir. Weren't you? It's my bank that's been robbed, isn't it? Don't want the boss breathing down your neck, is that it? No, of course not, sir. Well, you clearly aren't taken with my choice of detective, that's for sure and certain. Oh, no, sir. I'm sure you've chosen perfectly. I'll cooperate with Miss Layton any way I can. Glad to hear it, lass, because she'll be handling this investigation alongside the good gentleman from Scotland Yard. Oh, yes, of course, sir. I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of it. Were his boots that shiny when he walked in here, or has someone been licking them? Ugh. Well, at least it means she'll stop treating Miss Layton like a schoolgirl. If you'll excuse me then, Miss Layton, now that Mr. Sloane's is here, I must be getting on. Oh, sorry, I hope we haven't kept you. It's just that the branch manager had to be taken into hospital, you see. Gosh, people sustained injuries in the incident? No, the doctors say it's not too serious, but he hasn't regained consciousness yet. So I'm having to fill in for him at the moment. I see. Well, you're obviously very busy. Excuse me then, sir. I'll get on. So we haven't properly been introduced yet, have we? I'm Grant Sloane's... These names. Owner of this bank. I have a few businesses, actually. This is just one of them. If it were Madame Dublé who told me about you. So when I spoke to Inspector Hastings, I made sure he understood I wanted you on the case. Well, that's very kind of you, Mr. Sloanes. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations. He certainly looks the part, doesn't he? He's a giant. He really packs a punch. He'll punch you if he hears you, Pinstripes. What's that, lad? No, I mean, nothing. I believe I've seen you before, Mr. Sloanes, at the premiere of No Sub for Love, wasn't it? At the Savoy. Oh, yes, that's right. You solved that one as well, if I'm not mistaken. Does that mean you're one of the so-called 7 dragons? Huh, well, it's not a title I have chosen for myself, but yes, people do call me that. Anyway, enough chat. Let's get down to business. Yes, of course. Miss Teller informs us that you've had a break-in. That's an understatement. 100 million quid's hardly a break-in. Anyway, break-in, burglary, grand larceny, whatever you want to call it, it needs sorting fast. So, first things first, let's show our young detective here the vault where the money was, Inspector. Right you are, Mr. Sloane. I've already got the lads from the yard investigating down there. It's in the basement, of course. I'll explain more once we're down there. Like I said... So, this is where the incident took place. That's the master vault of the Layman's Reserve Bank. 100 million quid in cash went missing from inside there. I say, it's enormous. That's not a vault, that's a room. It was discovered missing early this morning. Looks like a classic case of grand larceny, so we've got to catch the crook who did it and get the dough back as quickly as possible, Cat. You say people from Scotland Yard are already investigating the vault, Inspector. Have you found any evidence that might suggest who did this? Not a flaming sausage. It would have taken a pro to crack this safe, that's for sure, but even pros leave a trail usually. Well, not this time. That is strange. I'll need to ask some questions. Just before you do, love. Yes, Mr. Sloane? I think I'd like to see this great mind of yours in action first. Let's see if you can solve this brain teaser. It's not that I doubt your abilities, don't worry. I've heard nothing but good things about you. But I never deal with anyone until I've seen them roll up their sleeves and get their hands dirty with my own eyes. Password ABCs. Now, what was the password to the safe? It's 6 letters long and uses the letters A, B, C. Use the pointers in the memo to figure out the correct password. Same letter is repeated twice in a row in 2 different places. Same letter never appears 3 times or more in a row. The letters A and C appear with the same frequency, which is less than the frequency of letter B. After a C, there's always an A. Okay. So, 6 letters. Same letter is repeated twice in a row in 2 different places. So, no. After C, there's always an A. The same letter never appears 3 times or more in a row. The letters A and C appear at the same frequency, which is less than the frequency of B. So, B, C, no. B, B, C, A, B, B? B, B, C, A, B, B. Yes. B, B, C, A, B, B.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
Well, Mr. Sloane, I hope that's instilled some confidence in you about my abilities. Oh golly, what's wrong? He's just glaring at us. Miss Layton? I don't understand. She solved the puzzle. Why is he looking so fierce? Cracking stuff, love. That's just what I was expecting. Even better. Oh, I think that was his pleased look. Remind me never to look when he's upset. Thank you. So, will you tell us the details of the case now? Of course, gladly. The mystery of this missing 100 million. It's up to you to solve it now. I'll do my very best to confine this mystery to history, Mr. Sloanes. Hello, over here. Miss Layton and her trusty assistant, Ernest Graves, I see. Hello, PCB. This is an amazing vault, isn't it? Although I imagine opening and closing it must be hard work. I had the self-same thought when I saw how thick the door was, but it turns out it's motorized. All you have to do is enter the code and press the button, and presto, it opens automatically. So you don't need to be big and burly to open the vault then, I see. Not at all, Miss Layton. Even you'd be able to open it if you knew the code. Oh, I wasn't expecting a puzzle to jump out at me from somewhere like that. No, who could have hidden a puzzle there? It must have been the bank manager, I suppose. Possibly. We can't find that out, really, but what we can find out is how to solve it. Piped numbers. Okay, 1 second. These pipes have been joined together to express two two-digit numbers. The upper number is 98. What's the lower number? 9, 8. Well, I was thinking this anyway, but 86, because it's flipped upside down. Oops. It's the same pattern too, so...
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
You did it. The pipes show two digits joined together. Da, 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 da. Oh, well done, miss. Well done indeed. You astounded us by finding the puzzle in the first place, and now you've astounded us again by solving it. Well, thank you for the glowing praise, Ernest. Now, back to the case. Let me see what kind of clothes we have. Alright, let's see.
I wonder how I look in this. That looks great, I think. Not a bad look, I think.
Let's go with this one for this case.
I love it.
Alright. I understand you were the first person on the scene, is that right? You're a security guard here, aren't you? Yeah, that's right. I still can't believe it. How could this have happened? That's what we're trying to find out. Could you tell us what you saw this morning, please? Well, it's my job to keep watch in the foyer area overnight, see? From when the bank closes one day to the next morning. I was keeping a lookout all night, but I swear I never spotted nothing strange. Then early in the morning, Mr. Shinplasters showed up as usual. He's the boss, see? And does Mr. Shinplasters always come in early to work? Yeah, he's always very busy, so he usually tries to get in before everyone else. He must have had something to do in the vault because he went straight through the foyer and headed downstairs. Not long after that, I heard him cry out, so I ran down here as quick as I could. and when I got here, the vault door was wide open. Did you look inside the vault at the time? Well, I was worried, see. I thought there might be a robber in there or something. But I thought I should be brave, so I just peeped in quickly, and that's when I saw the body flat out on the floor. But that was actually Mr. Shinplaster's, wasn't it? It was, yeah, and there was no one else about at all, not in the vault or out of it. What did you do next? I dialed 999 straight away, of course, and then I called Miss Teller. She's the general manager. You're supposed to call the general manager if there's anything not right, see? When she showed up and saw the vault, she nearly had a heart attack. 100 million quid gone. So it was Miss Teller who first realized how much was missing. Yeah, it's not my business knowing how much is stashed in the vault, see? Then the boys in blue showed up, the ambulances. It was like carnival around here, and that's all I can tell you. And is it right that Mr. Shinplaster still hasn't regained consciousness? That's what I was told, yeah. He broke both his legs as well, but they said it wasn't life-threatening. There's a good chance we saw the culprit, though. What a dreadful shame. Oh, sorry. There's a good chance he saw the culprit, though. What a dreadful shame we can't get a statement from him. Yes, that's frustrating. Still, we must push on with the investigation as best we can. Well, hello. It's a very impressive looking vault, Mr. Sloanes. Yes, this is the Hermit 5000. Hermetically sealed and totally indestructible. You could fire a shell from a tank at this thing and the contents would be unharmed. In fact, it's not really enough to call it a vault. This thing is a fortress. Wowee! Does it really need to be so tough? I made it myself, lad. Well, one of the companies I own did, anyway. Really? You own a company that makes vaults for banks? Let me tell you something, lad. It's not just people's money that a bank's vault keeps safe. It's the bank's integrity and its customers' trust. Oh, that would be a smashing slogan for your new vault. So, as soon as we completed the manufacture of the Hermit 5000, I had it installed here in the bank. I thought it would give our customers even more peace of mind. That's what I thought. I can't believe it's been breached so easily. Misjudged that one, and no mistake. So it's the latest model, this vault. Just look how thick and heavy this door is. The vault door can only be unlocked by entering the correct passcode. And the only 3 people who know that code are Mr. Sloanes himself, Miss Teller, who you met before, and the manager of this branch, and Mr. Shinplasters, who's now in hospital, of course. So in other words, no one can open the vault apart from those 3 people. I see. When the security guard noticed there was a problem this morning, he found the vault door open already, and the branch manager was out cold on the floor. So presumably he was the one who opened the vault then. That's the only explanation we've been able to come up with so far, yeah. We had a good look at the vault door, but there are no signs of it being forced or jemmied in any way. A great big door like this one would be impossible to force open, surely. Exactly, so either Shinplasters was coerced into opening the vault, or the criminal slipped in after he opened it for himself. They're the only 2 possible explanations as far as I can tell, right? Yes. After everything we've been told so far, this does seem like a rather strange case, doesn't it? There's no trace of a robbery at all, not a single scrap of evidence. That's exactly the problem we're facing in our investigation, Sunshine. Well, before we give up hope, let's just look around inside the vault. That would be alright, wouldn't it, Mr. Sloanes? Of course, I'll give you the guided tour. So this is what the inside of a vault looks like. It's enormous, isn't it? And so shiny. The entire thing is made of metal. That's for security. The walls are just as thick as the door and made of heavy metal plate. How could anyone manage to steal anything from such an impenetrable box? The answers are locked within, Ernest. That's why we need to investigate. I say, what an incredibly large fan. That, lad, is the heart of the Hermit 5000's ventilation system. The air temperature and humidity are kept constant at all times. But why do you need air conditioning in a vault? People only come in for very short periods of time, surely. We don't just keep cash in our bank's vaults, you see. We store expensive jewelry and works of art for our customers, too. Things like that can be ruined by even the slightest variations in temperature or humidity. The Hermit 5000 isn't just as strong as an ox, it's as gentle as a lamb to the things inside it as well. Oh, I see. Yes, rather like the air conditioning that's used in museums and art galleries, of course. That's the idea, lad, yes. Although I have to confess, the fan's been on the blink a bit recently, so we had to turn it off. Obviously, it doesn't affect the security of the vault in any way, though. I see, so the air inside the vault is managed using that large fan, which is connected to the ventilation system. It got sucked away. Look, miss, gold bullion bars, and so many of them. Yes, that's what I expect to see inside a large bank vault's really. Large bank's vault, really, What is it? Have you spotted something, Cat? How long has this bullion been in the vault, Inspector? Do you know? They told me it's been sitting here for about a month now. In other words, the thief or thieves who stole the 100 million pounds would have also seen this gold, wouldn't they? Yeah, that's true, but Miss Tiller informs me that every bar is accounted for. No gold was taken. Why, though? What thief wouldn't be dazzled by all these gold bars? Yeah, that is a bit odd, come to mention it. I've had it away, no mistake. I mean, not that thefts ever crossed my... not that thefts ever crossed my mind, ever. I was just speaking hypothetically, alright? I think even you struggle to make off with much of this gold, Inspector. It's extremely heavy. It's not something you'd want to be trying to move in a hurry. Yeah, that makes sense. It would have slowed whoever it was down too much. So you think that's why the gold was left untouched and only the readies got taken, do you? It's only a theory, but yes, we won't know for sure until we've investigated more thoroughly. Inspector Hastings, were these pallets positioned like this when the vault was discovered open this morning? Absolutely. Apart from taking the unconscious Mr. Shinplasters away in an ambulance, it seems exactly as it was found. Apparently the missing money was stacked up on these pallets here. The banknotes weren't inside a case or box or anything then. Nope, not according to Miss Teller's statement anyway. All those notes would have been rather heavy, wouldn't they? One person alone couldn't have taken them all, surely. Perhaps we're looking for a group of robbers. That's a fair point, Sunshine. Bank heists are often carried out by more than one person. There's a good chance you're right. I'm telling you, the fan sucked it away. golly, is this the chalk outline of Shin Plasters, the branch manager? Yep, this is where he was found this morning. It looks like he hit his head when he fell to the floor and knocked himself out, so they took him off in an ambulance, like I said. I had the lads mark out where he was found, just in case it turns out to be important. It rather makes it look like a murder scene, doesn't it? Ugh. Luckily, I don't think there's any chance of that. They say his injuries aren't life-threatening. But he hasn't regained consciousness yet, has he? Nope, the bloke's been away with the fairies ever since he was discovered. Which is a right pain in terms of my investigation. If we could just ask him what he saw, we'd be in a much better position. Hello, DC Booker. So you're working on this case, are you? Could you tell us what you found out, Constable? Of course. Well, I've interviewed a number of key people, and, yes, here it is. Apparently there were works of art and very expensive pieces of jewelry in the vault here, as well as the gold. However, the thief or thieves only took banknotes to the vaults of 100 million sterling. So everything else was untouched. It is peculiar, that. Perhaps whoever it was just couldn't be bothered to go through all the drawers. There are a lot of them. Don't assume the criminal was as bone idle as you, Cat. Perhaps it was just a matter of not having enough time to take anything other than the banknotes. Pinstripes could have a point there, though. Well, according to what it says here, works of art and things can be hard to sell on without leaving a trail, you see. Yes, that could be why only the cash was taken. Apart from that, it just says here that I need to carry on investigating inside the vault, so... I think we've seen enough in here for now. Oh, Miss Layton, have you worked out who did it already? No, I couldn't say just yet. We need to do a little more investigative work first. Well, I'm afraid I've got a few business matters to see to, so I'll have to leave it to you if that's alright. Absolutely. You can leave this in our hands, Mr. Sloane. Thank you, Miss Layton, and good luck. Right then, ta-ta for now. With his bank 100 million down, I'd say he's got more than a few business matters to attend to. So then, Kat, as a result of our investigation so far, here's my theory on what must have happened. Yeah, you have a theory, Inspector. What you look so surprised for? I'm a detective inspector, Kat. What I reckon is the thief or thieves must have snuck into the bank sometime last night. Then he or she or they waited for the branch manager to come in the morning when he or she or they forced him to enter the security code. Now he or she or they only nicked the cash because it was the first thing he or she or they saw. And he or she or they didn't bother with the gold because it would have slowed him or her or them down too much during the getaway. And then he or she or they boshed and plastered over the head and made a run for it. Well, what you reckon? I think I nailed it. He or she or they could have done that, but is that really what happened, I wonder? What, you think I'm wide off the mark, do you? Well, the security guard was in the foyer from the close of business yesterday right through until this morning. But he claims there was nothing unusual at all that time, doesn't he? Oh yeah, but... Not to mention the fact that immediately after the incident this morning, he says he didn't see anyone other than Mr. Shinplasters. So apart from being long-winded, your theory also fails to explain how he or she or they got in and got out of the bank unnoticed. I suppose you've got a point there. Back to the drawing board, then. What a shame. The bank would be in terrible trouble if we don't solve this soon. A theft of 100 million pounds is going to be headline news all over the capital. Well, that's why this is all so hush-hush. The press can't get hold of it. So you mean this incident hasn't been made public yet? No, and Miss Tiller's been pretty noisy about making sure we understand that's how it has to stay. It's bad news for the bank, this. I'll say, if it's not dealt with in the proper way, it could mean they have to close down, even. So like I said before, mum's the word, got it? But as an officer of the law, I'm only at liberty to keep this from the public for 24 hours, so we gotta find the dough before the end of the day. Just make sure you don't go telling your neighbors about this or anything, alright? As if I'd say a woof to anyone. That reminds me, I think we need to ask Miss Tiller a few more questions. She had to dash off before, didn't she? Well, she said she'd be in her office if we needed her. Alright then, shall we head up there now? You go ahead. I'm gonna stay here and push on with the investigation of the crime scene. Oops. Excuse the intrusion, but... Oh, Mr. Sloanes is in here too. Looks like he's deep in conversation with Miss Teller at the moment. Let me make one thing perfectly clear, Bianca. You're the general manager of the Layman's Reserve Bank, so you have to take responsibility when problems like this arise. If it gets out that we lost 100 million quid, there'll be a rush on the bank. All our customers will want to take their deposits away. And if that happens, we're finished. Am I getting through to you? Loud and clear, Mr. Sloanes. Alright then, good. I've got a lot of faith in you, though, Bianca. You'll weather this storm for us. The thing is... What? Nothing. Forget it. So, where are you going now, Mr. Sloanes? The ventilator in the Hermit's playing up. I've got to call the maintenance fella and get him to take a look at it. I see. Bianca, if you got something to say, spit it out, lass. No, really, it's nothing. Alright then, if you're sure, I'll be off. Make sure you see to all Shin Plaster's jobs as well, won't you? Yes, I will. Golly, they're in a real fix, aren't they? We've got to get the rotten mongrels that did this, or mongrel. Ah, Miss Layton, I didn't see you there. How's the investigation coming along? Well, I think we'd just, like to have a word with Miss Teller again. Be my guest. Ta-ta for now, then. Oh, it's you. I thought you were supposed to be investigating the robbery for us. Yes, that's what we're doing. Well, I'm a very busy woman, so if there's something you need from me, could we keep it short, please? Oh, look at that cute little safe. A world apart from the vault we were looking at before, isn't it? Perhaps we should install a safe like that in the office, miss. Sadly, Ernest, I don't have anything valuable enough to put in a safe, or much money to speak of. And you've already got a safe place for all your documents, piled high in your desk. You're interested in my safe now, are you? Well, obviously it's tiny compared to the Hermit 5000, but Mr. Sloanes had this one put in as well. So it was made by his company as well. Yes, although I don't know much about his business affairs outside the bank. Apparently he markets these little safes as being as tough as a bank's vault. Your boss is a very shrewd businessman, obviously. Mr. Sloanes is the perfect example of a manager as far as I'm concerned. Until now, he's mainly focused on the financial sector, but I think he's intending to branch out into other areas from now on. Golly, he really is a very impressive man. Yes, it's quite extraordinary that in just 10 years, the Layman's Reserve Bank has opened branches all over the country. This is a jolly fine plate, don't you think? It's alright. Personally, I find the puzzle that's behind it more interesting. Gosh, I hadn't noticed. What a funny place to hide a puzzle. Spaceship SOS. There's a spaceship that's out of fuel and is drifting in space. You need to get all the nearby energy orbs to it in order to power up the engines. You can move the orbs horizontally, vertically, and diagonally, either to fuse with other orbs or to fuse spaceship. Get them on the spaceship, either in one huge fused orb delivery or several smaller ones. You can't get around the asteroids, however. Okay. So... Come on. Oh, dang. Okay, I think I got it.
I have a feeling that perhaps... Still not a patch Miss Layton, of course.
There, I did it, miss. I solved it. So you did, Ernest. Just as well. I can't have my assistant being poor at puzzles. Absolutely not, miss. But there's no need to worry. I won't let you down. These papers here. That's private bank business, thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry. It becomes a habit, you see, when you're a detective. You do seem to have an awful lot of documents there, though, Miss Teller. What, these? They're all insurance documents. Not that it's anything to do with you. I didn't realize the Layman's Reserve Bank offered insurance as well. Is that a new line of business you're pursuing? No, this is insurance for our customers. This is our own insurance. The bank takes out insurance against unforeseen mishaps and the like. If there's a fire or some other unforeseen disaster, we get a payout to cover any losses. Well, this is certainly an unforeseen disaster, isn't it? A bank robbery on this scale. Yes, that's true. It just goes to show you never know what's around the corner. So the bank is insured. So, you want to ask me something? Yes, that's right. I understand that the disappearance of the money from the vault hasn't been made public yet. Obviously, the bank doesn't intend to keep something like this a secret forever. But there could be repercussions far beyond the Layman's Reserve Bank itself. What do you mean? I mean that the disappearance of £100 million is likely to cause widespread financial uncertainty. And not just in London, all over the country, people will panic. That's why I've asked Inspector Hastings to keep this matter quiet until we sort it out as best we can. When the time is right, we'll issue a press release, and the bank will take full responsibility for any areas where its handling of the situation has been less than perfect. I see, thank you, that explains it. Gosh, miss, I knew it was serious, but I didn't realize it was this serious. We have to find that missing money. Well, I think we've got the information we needed now. Thank you, Miss Teller. I don't see what any of that had to do with the robbery. What a waste of time. Don't worry, I assure you we'll track down the missing money. Well, I'm not holding out much hope. Oh, don't you think that I'm up to the task? What? Oh, no, I didn't mean that. It doesn't matter. Once all this is blown over, I expect I'll be saying goodbye to my role as general manager in any case. But that's not fair. I mean, it's not your fault, is it, Miss Teller? It's the fault of whoever stole the money. Even so, the buck stops with me. I have to take responsibility for the bank's problems. And I don't imagine, well, I can't see you catching the criminals in this case. Oh, don't worry, Miss Teller. Miss Layton's never been stumped by a puzzle yet. I have no doubt she'll figure out who did this. Never been stumped. Well, I suppose I should be reassured. Did you find out anything useful talking to Bianca then? Yeah, she was very helpful, thank you. Although I don't think she believed what I was asking her to be relevant to the case. Not relevant? What on earth were you wasting time for then? Oh no, it's not a waste of time. Sometimes what seems irrelevant at first can later turn out to be a crucial piece of information. So really, any topic of conversation at all could be considered vital to the case. Yes, well, I suppose I can relate to that. It's the same in business. Oh, really? Talking to your business partners face to face is the only way you can get to know them, and them you. They say that most new business starts from an informal chat. So I fully understand how important it is to talk with folk. It's just a shame. Well, I'm not the greatest conversationalist myself. No, I can see that. Miss, perhaps you shouldn't be quite so brutally honest. Come to think of it, I haven't had a good chat with Bianca for a while. Not a proper one, anyway. We used to have some quite involved conversations about business and the like. Oh, I didn't realize you and she had that kind of relationship. She's a cracking businesswoman, is Bianca. Always seen perfection. I've had no qualms leaving the running of the bank in her hands all these years. Anyway, I think I've done enough gassing, don't you? There's something about you, Miss Layton. I just find myself telling you stuff. I suppose that's a detective in you, eh? I suppose it is. Well, anyway, back to the matter at hand. What's your next move with the investigation? Yes, I was thinking I'd like to have a look around outside the bank. Outside? Is that relevant? You like to keep people guessing, don't you, lass? Well, I'm looking forward to hearing your take on this whole affair once you've finished your investigations. Why does everyone talk so much? What are we sniffing around outside for, Kat? The robbery happened inside the bank. That's true, Cheryl, but other than the missing 100 million in notes, we haven't found a single trace of criminal activity inside. So I was wondering if we might have better luck out here, asking people if they noticed anything unusual last night or this morning. Yes, perhaps someone might even have seen the culprit. Let's start asking people. That's odd. What is it? What is it? Look at that, the banner hanging down from the bank building up there. There's something not right about it. Wow, touchy. No, I mean, there's something strange about it. I just can't put my finger on it. Alright then, we can investigate the banner at the same time as asking people out here if they notice anything. Mr. Shady? Maybe around here. I found a few in the gutter before. Can we help? I'm rather wizard at finding things, actually. Ugh, who are you? And who says I'm looking for something anyway? Well, you did, just now. You were saying how you found a few in the gutter before. No, I didn't. I didn't say that. You're hearing things. You want to get your ears cleaned out. Shady. Definitely shady. Now it's busy cooking up his next idea for film, I think. You can't keep that old fool down. Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you noticed anything strange around here, say last night or this morning. Sorry, what? I don't know, really. This is a so-called business district, open bracket, boring, close bracket. After hours, everyone goes home and it's pretty deserted. If anything had happened here last night or early this morning, I doubt anyone would have been here to see it. Oh, I see. Great, there goes that idea. So... how do I look at the banner? Aha, I've got it. I know what's not right about that banner. It's left. In other words, there isn't one on the other side, so it looks unbalanced. Unbalanced? Yes, I suppose it does, miss. You would expect to see one hanging down on the other side of the bank entrance as well. Barclays would never have only one banner. I don't suppose it could have anything to do with the robbery. I wonder if it could possibly be connected. Do you see what I see? That young man over there, you mean? Yeah, he's been loitering around here looking dodgy for a while now. He's hightailing it. He went that way, towards the river. I knew he was suspicious from the beginning. Sure, Cat, it was all you. Nothing to do with Mr. Charles O.C. Combs here. He was clearly behaving strangely ever since we first spotted him. Well, I thought so anyway. Thank you, Ernest. Anyway, after him, boys. This case is hot enough. I think we might have just found the lead we've been looking for. Where'd he go? He must have come this way. Perhaps he slipped off down a side street or something. Well, I think it would be worth asking people around here if they've seen anyone suspicious. Miss Good Run. Hiya, 1212. This really is a perfect place to jog. It seems to go on and on forever. Like her, she's not even panting. Oh, I found this puzzle while I was running along before. Can you solve it, do you think? Fortune teller fiasco 2. You decided to visit. Okay. Start. Five, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7, 7, 8, 2, 6, 9.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
Yay. Oh, that was a gold medal performance, that was. Well done. Thanks. Are you really going to give me a gold medal? Gimme. Gimme medal. Excuse me, you didn't just see a young man running past, did you? Wearing glasses and acting secretively. Hello, sir? I heard you last. Can't help you, sorry. I have enough problems of my own at the minute anyway. I can't believe I've lost it. It means the world to me, that picture, so it does. Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you drop it somewhere, perhaps? Oh, you're one of those, are you? Of course I dropped it, you daft idiot. It was in my shirt pocket, but it must have fallen out. I looked all over, but I just can't find it anywhere. There was a fair wind just before dawn this morning, so I expect it's been blown away. Tell you what, why don't you have a go at this brain teaser I know about a photo? I can do with a laugh. Picture the scene. There's a girl selling ice cream at a stall on a viewing platform. A boy with a camera comes along and takes a boy-girl shot. What is the minimum number of people that could have been on the viewing platform when the photo was taken? Well, girl here, right? So either it was like a selfie situation with like this guy and the girl, or I'm just gonna say 2, going the selfie route.
So, in conclusion, still no patch on Miss Layton, of course.
You did it. The boy-girl shot was of the girl working at the stall and the boy the camera. Stone the crows. That was not bad. I'm impressed, so I am. Hang on. Now what's this now? Have you found something? Me photo. I thought I lost it, but I'm after finding I'm after finding it in the other pocket. What an idiot I am. Oh, that's smashing. I'm pleased for you. So remind me, what was it you wanted before? You said you were looking for your specs, wasn't it? No, we're looking for a young man wearing glasses. A very suspicious looking young man. Oh, that fella acting all weird like he's got some big secret. If it's him you mean, he was headed for the bridge. That's great. Thank you so much. Where did he go, that suspicious-looking young man? The little terrier. He's giving us the slip again. Do you see that, Miss Layton? There's a piece of cloth or something flopping about over there. Look. Oh yes, isn't that... It looks like the banner from the bank building. Yeah, the banner of shame. You're right. Why would a banner from the bank have ended up all the way over here? Yes, that is a puzzler. Hello there. Where you see a Layton, there's a story in the making, as we say in the office now, so come on, what's the dirt? Over there, you see, there's a banner snagged on the bridge. Corblimey, so there is indeed. Perhaps, I think, this could have something to do with that rather strong wind that was blowing just before dawn this morn. Blew itself out almost straight away, mind you. Yes, I think that would explain how the banner has come to be caught on the bridge there. Got blown by the gale. All the way from the bank? Gosh, it must have been a veritable hurricane. I didn't notice a thing in the night, though. Enough of this windbaggery now, dish the dirt. Come on, methinks you're working on a case, eh? What's the deal? Remember not to mention the 100 million the money cat. Don't worry, Cheryl. I'm afraid we have nothing to tell you, Doug. I'm just out walking my dog. I'd like to believe that, but my dirt alarm is beeping like a radar in the blitz. No sign of that suspicious-looking chap here, after all. Might as well head off the bridge then, I suppose. I'll lead the way, Cat. Yes, alright. So the banner was blown here in a strong gust of wind. A very strong gust, in fact. Almost, if like a fan, perhaps. A giant fan. Dog. Oh look, Cheryl, it's your doggy friend again. Oh, him. You might as well ask him if he's seen the chap we're looking for, Cheryl. Yes, he might have some useful information. Alright, I'll go and say a quick woof and see what he knows. How's it hanging, Hound? Still sleuthing? Yep, afraid so. You really work too hard, you know that, so what are you chasing today? A dodgy looking guy wearing glasses. Looks like he's hunting for something the whole time. Have you seen anyone like that? Well, there was a guy kind of like that who walked past not long ago. I remember, because he wasn't looking where he was going and nearly trod on my paw. That sounds like our man. Which way did you go? Just over there, Hound, across the opposite side of the river. Can't say if he's still there now, though. Well, thanks anyway. That's a big help. I owe you one. Hey, hounds help hounds, right? But yeah, I tell you what. Right now, I'm good for eats, but when the going gets tough, maybe you could share one of your bones with me or something. No problem. I've got some biscuits with your name on them for dessert, too. Huh, now you're talking, Hound. Well, did you find anything out, Cheryl? He saw our man not long ago. Apparently he was heading for the other side of the river. Over the bridge. All right, you're not getting away from us this time, Mr. Shady. I wonder if someone from the bank will come to retrieve that banner. We should let them know it's here, I think. Excuse me, Mr. Fisher, you haven't seen a suspicious-looking chap passing by this way, have you? We're looking for him. A suspicious-looking chap? Fish, you mean? I feel like I might have done, yes, or did I? It's this puzzle my old man set me once, see. I feel like I can't concentrate on anything else lately. Or can I? I'm afraid you've rather lost me. It's no good if I can't get this puzzle out of my mind. I'll never be able to think about anything else ever again, ever! Crate crowding. Ugh. You need to get through the storeroom, but there are countless crates of different sizes and shapes, blocking your way. Clear a path through the storeroom from the entrance at the top left to the exit at the bottom right. Okay. Eesh.
I eat puzzles like this for breakfast. They do call me Sherlock Holmes for nothing.
Brilliant. Now I know the answer to that puzzle. I feel like I can think clearly again at last. Now, what were you saying? We were wondering if you've seen a suspicious-looking chap around here not long ago, wearing glasses. Ah, yes, I remember. You've seen him. Did you think he looked fishy as well? Well, I can't rightly say if he was fishy or not. That's not my thing. But I did see a fellow wearing glasses. He was weaving about like a lost soul. Seemed to be heading for the wharf, I think. The wharf? Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Fisher. If we hurry, we might catch up with him, miss. Ah, detectives, I'm going out, but there's a problem. A problem? Would it help to tell us about it? No, yes, problem is puzzle, this one. Ride the rails. There are 4 railways running parallel to each other, and each has 4 stations. It costs £2 to travel through unlimited stations on one rail line. It costs £1 per station to travel on a bus that links vertically adjacent stations. What's the cheapest possible route from the station at the bottom left, taking in all 3 of the red stations along the way? There are 4 railways, cost 2. Okay. So we start here. Cost 2 to travel through unlimited stations. Costs £1 per station to travel on a bus that links vertically. Okay, so 2, 1, 2, 1. So 6. Well, the bus is here, so like... Well, there's 2 buses actually. So yeah, 6, right? Let's start here. Okay, 2, you go all the way here. Do 1 to go there. 2 to go there.
I've seen how to solve this now.
No?
Oh, that's not like me.
My fare calculation is wrong. Find the shortest route through all 3 of the big stations, yes. I'm pretty sure it's... If we go this way, 2, 2, 2... Yeah, that's too much. So we can go this way, and then there, and there, and then there. But oh wait. 2 on a railway. So 2. And then 1 per station. So 1, it's 3, 5, 6, 7. Yes? 7?
This should do it, I think. Puzzles are made for solving.
Yes. There's no need to stop at the second station. How's that, Hans? Does that solve your problem? No, yes, so this is answer. Thank you. Ooh, this little scamp's leading us all around the houses. I wish I had sweat glands. Don't worry, Cheryl. I think it's nearly over. Today's pavement pounding, that is. Don't say that. You know I get edgy when we're near Battersea. I think we've cornered our man at last. He's not going to get away this time. No, he's not. Cat, though. I gotta talk to the cat. Meow, meow. Oh look, this little cat has picked up a puzzle from somewhere. I think it wants you to solve it, miss. Changing numbers. The numbers on this digital display board are lined up in order with the largest at the top. Which numbers go in the concealed spaces in the middle? Lined up in order. So this is one of those like parking garage things, right? So it would be 006, yes? Dang it. Cause see, like, if you flip it upside down, this would be 859, then 9, and then 901. So
This is an interesting one. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
yes. There you go, all solved for you. Meow meow. It looks like you have another satisfied customer there, miss. Helping dogs, cats, birds. You're a veritable Dr. Dolittle of puzzles. Aha, here you are. Not you again. Who are you anyway? We'd just like to ask you a few questions, that's all. Why? I don't even know you. Look, I'm busy, alright? Get out of my way. Got itchy paws, have you? Sorry, I'm afraid we must insist. Huh, stop blocking my way. We simply want to ask you some questions, that's all. Why are you so desperate to get away? Because you're a bank robber, perhaps. That's it, Pinstripes. Lay it on him now. Make him squirm. Bank robber? What are you talking about? That's crazy. The only thing I know about bank robbery is this. Light security. A mysterious thief after the treasure. Keep the jewels safe by activating the security systems. Surround the 2 jewels with lit up panels to protect them. Select a panel, makes it light up red. Then when the system activated, the adjacent panel in the direction of that. Okay, so you like that. Okay. Surround the 2 jewels. So we just need to surround them. Right, we don't have to light up the whole thing. I don't think it's even possible with all this nonsense. Okay. So it's not this one. No. But around the 2 jewels. Use a panel though. Yes, I know. If you didn't manage to enclose the treasure with the panel you chose, try find a panel 1 away from the start and widening the area. Okay. Like, how big of a surrounding? I don't think this closes up. So like, hold on, let me draw it. So whoops. So how do I close it off? Does, like, diagonals count as blocking? This side is useless. This one goes nowhere, so I'm just gonna say this one.
This is an interesting one. And that's
Okay,
how it's done.
whatever. No way someone like me could rob a bank, is there? I mean, think about it. You don't fit the typical pattern, I admit. Bank robbers don't tend to linger about on the streets. That's what I've been telling you the whole time. In that case, what were you doing outside the bank before? You were looking for something, weren't you? No. You cheeky little mongrel. Get your dog under control. He keeps growling at me. Yes, and if you don't start telling us the truth, he's going to sink his teeth into your behind. First the left cheek, then the right. Now who's being cheeky? That is not in my contract. Alright, I'll tell you the truth. I was picking up money outside the bank. Money? Yeah, I don't know why, but I keep finding 50s lying around on the street. So then I started looking around for more. I found some in the river too, and on the bridge. I wasn't really looking where I was going most of the time. I was just following the notes. You mean you haven't deliberately been running away from us? I didn't even know you were chasing me. Oh, it sounds rather like we've been pursuing the wrong man. Yeah, I think he's telling the truth. That was a dud lead. Why is he finding all these banknotes around the place? Yes, that's curious. And the worst thing is... What? He's getting to them before I am. Those notes should have been mine. Cat, behave yourself. Sorry, Cheryl. Only joking. I don't want my behind bitten. I don't bite behinds. I don't bite anything apart from my tongue most of the time. So, banknotes lying around in the street where the Layman's Reserve Bank, on the bridge, and along the river. That's it, no question. This mystery's history. You've solved it, miss. Oh, splendid. In that case, we should get back to the bank, shouldn't we? Gather all the relevant parties. Yes, there's just something that I need to take care of first. Ernest, could you get in touch with everyone and let them know the situation? Of course, leave it to me. Kat, are you sure you cracked it? You haven't got the wrong end of the stick or anything. No pressure or anything, but, you know, 100 million quid. Relax, Cheryl. My deduction is as safe as houses. Let's just hope it's safer than the bank safe was. Did I get the right message, Kat? Have you really cracked it? Where's the 100 million then? Patience, Inspector. Let's wait for Miss Tiller to arrive, shall we? You can fill her in later. Mr. Sloanes is here. I'm sure he can't wait to find out the truth either, can you, sir? I think we should wait for Bianca, like the laugh says. You do? Oh, right. Well, if that's how you feel, then. I'm sure she won't be long anyway. Ernest has already gone to fetch her. Ah, here she is, you see. Apparently you think you found the missing money. Good. Now everybody's here. Let's go to the vault and talk about what happened.
Hearing that £100 million had disappeared, we all naturally assumed that someone had stolen it, or hidden it somewhere. But in fact, it literally did disappear.
I get it, yes. It's all about perspective, eh? It disappeared because it was never there in the first place.
Oh, it was there. But the question is, where is it now? An answer is on with the wind.
You've got to stop watching that film, Cat.
All those crisp notes, carried away on the breeze to become the property of the vast sky, where greed and wealth mean nothing.
Have I mentioned this nice little place I know, where people look after you in crisp coats? Crisp, white coats.
The money is gone. It's the property of the heavens now. Isn't that right?
Oh, hell!
You can't be serious!
Yes, Miss Layton. You're right. Well done.
Kill me now, or tell me it's the 1st of April. Cat, come on. Explain before my head explodes.
A vault for such large sums of money naturally calls for extremely thick, impenetrable walls. As a result, the interior is a hermetically sealed environment. A completely airtight box. No one could steal anything from such a place, surely.
Yeah, exactly. And that would include the wind.
Sealed environments need aircon to stop their contents spoiling. And that's the key to this case. Sadly, the brand new air conditioning unit in the vault malfunctioned on the night in question, leaving a near vacuum inside. Early this morning, the poor, unsuspecting branch manager came in to check on the vault, opening the door and breaking the seal. The sudden rush of external air caused all the notes to be sucked into the ventilation system and eject out into the night sky over London.
I'll be blown.
Well, I'll be blown.
And of course, while a theft would have entitled the bank to an insurance payout, an accident like this is the bank's responsibility.
So who's actually to blame then?
If I had to identify a culprit in this case, it would be the person from the bank who resolved to dress up the truth as grand larceny. The Layman's Reserve Bank's general manager, you, Ms. Teller.
Oh, I've given my all to this bank over the years. And it's over now, I suppose. I can't possibly hope to keep my job after this.
Can't you?
Sorry.
I don't want you to quit, Bianca.
Mr. Sloanes. But I...
Miss Layton explained everything to me earlier, so I got the boffins on the job. By analysing the wind direction, we worked out a plan and sent out the cleaners to fetch the money back. We got about 80% of it. Damage control, you could say.
Really? Oh, thank goodness.
That's not to say the remaining 20% ain't going to sting. At £20 million, that's quite a loss.
Of course.
But in some ways, 20 million is a small price to pay.
Sorry?
That new vault, the Hermit 5000, is a product of one of my affiliate companies. If we hadn't identified this malfunction before we'd sold it to countless other banks, we could have been in for damages far exceeding 20 million. So, I've arranged it that my vault manufacturing firm will compensate the loss. The bank can continue to operate as normal.
Oh, Mr. Sloan. Thank you so much.
Oh, I hope you'll continue to do the sterling work you've done up to now for the bank.
Definitely.
I must say, that was a truly inspiring piece of detective work. Hear that, Cat? Pinstripes is a big fan, like the surprising cause of this whole case. I don't know how you worked it out, Cat. No one else could ever have arrived at such an obscure truth, I'm quite sure. You are a sensation, miss. Thank you, Ernest. Oh, that reminds me, you received these flowers earlier. I'll put them in a vase later. Oh, they're beautiful. Who sent them? Mr. Sloanes, miss. He said he wanted to thank you again for your help sorting everything out. He's a little overbearing to look at, but he's a very kind man, actually. Yeah, I can't believe he didn't give that general manager of his the boot. I think perhaps he's misunderstood because of his appearance. I'll have to tell him it would be nice to meet informally sometime and chat about something other than business. You're a braver person than me, Cat. Apparently Mr. Shinplasters, the branch manager, has regained consciousness again now, and his legs are on the mend, too. The lucky guy missed the whole thing. It's amazing to think that 20 million pounds is still missing, though, isn't it? I wonder where it all ended up. Not in my pocket, sadly, not even one note. I know. It's like a dream, isn't it? Money just raining down from the sky. Yes, that would be amazing. Wait. That money you put in the desk drawer before. Miss Layton, don't tell me you... Of course not, Ernest. That was payment for solving the case. Sorry, I didn't mean to imply. Pinstripes. After the incident, the bank had a brand new vault installed, the Hermit Mega Safe. Now the Layman's Reserve Bank has the very safest of safes in the most balanced of banners. Who could fail to trust them with their hard-earned cash? Let's get this coda thing out of the way. Sad Shady. Excuse me. Yes, can I help? You don't look too happy. What's happened? Lost your checkbook or something? No, nothing like that. Well, the thing is, I found some money near here. Then when I got home, I heard about what happened at the bank on the news. Oh yeah, the 100 million quid getting blown all over the city. Madness. Yes, well, I imagine these notes I found are probably part of that money. So you thought you'd bring them back and hand them in? Yes. That's the kind of honesty I like to see. Nice one. Well, the truth is, I was thinking of keeping the money for myself at first. But then things started going wrong for me. Like, I put salt in my coffee instead of sugar. And I stubbed my little toe in a chair leg, and then I found out there was no toilet paper left. I just became really unlucky. I've started to think maybe it's karma, because I did something wrong and I shouldn't have kept the money I found. You really had a rough time of it, haven't you? That's just coincidence. It's not got nothing to do with you picking up those banknotes. Sometimes stuff just happens to you for no reason. I suppose so, but anyway, here's everything that I found. I'm giving it all back. Well, thanks. I'll look after this for now and make sure the boss gets it later. Thanks. Cheer up. You just did a good deed. You should feel proud of yourself. Oh, this is just how I am. Don't worry. Oh. What? There's a hole in my trouser pocket. Oh, bad luck. Did you have anything in there? I hope nothing's fallen out. Wait. Oh no. What is it? My wallet! It was in here, but now it's gone. It must have fallen out. This is so unfair. After I just did the right thing and gave back all that money. I'm such an idiot. Five puzzles, 1 coin. Ooh, a hidden puzzle. I wonder if I can solve this one. Put yourself to the test, Ernest. I'm sure you can do it. Gosh, when you say things like that, miss, I feel like there's nothing I can't do. Number of numbers. The numbers from 1 to 5 have counted up the number of something about them. 1 has 1, 2 has 1, 3 has 0, and 4 has 3. How many does 5 have? Alright, well this is pretty easy. So, oh man, I can't write it out though. 1, 2, 3, 3. Four. 5. Okay. So 1 has 1, 0. 2 has 1, 0. 3 has no zeros. Oh, but 4 has 3 zeros. Wait a second. One, 2. I think the answer is 2. The number of straight lines, you know?
If you'll entertain my idea here. Thank goodness I got that right.
Straight lines. Ha, there, I've done it. I knew this puzzle couldn't get the better of me. Well done, Ernest. Oh, miss, you're too kind. Such high praise from you is worth all the tea in China. Easy, Pinstripes. It was only well done. Ah, top of the morning to ya. You know, I came across a funny old bridge on the job one day. There was something distinctly puzzling about it. Don't suppose I can interest you in an interesting tale that ilk? Of course you can. Undone Bridge. Standing poised atop a deep blue hexagon, a white triangle reminiscent of a mountain. This is the legend behind the coat of arms that adorns the village bridge. The tiles that form the coat of arms were knocked down in the storm the other day and need to be put back in the right place. Press it on there. Tails must not overlap or stick out. So, standing poised, type a deep blue hexagon. Like that, sort of. No. Standing poised atop a deep blue hexagon, white triangle. One, two, three, four, five, six. There's a hexagon and a white triangle. Triangle on top of a hexagon. Yes. The top being in the foreground. Yes, okay. So... Two, three, four, five. I don't know why this isn't right. This? There, okay.
I've seen how to solve this now. Puzzles are made for solving.
So I had the right idea, but... meh. Your recording work takes you all over the place, doesn't it, Douglas? When something's afoot, my legs do the walking, as I always like to say. Now they never miss a scoop, me. Puzzle. Oh look, there's a puzzle in here. Golly, in the vault? Do you think it's a particularly valuable puzzle, miss? Huh, a puzzle's value lies in how interesting it is to the person solving it. Let's find out what this one's worth, shall we? Number lineup. There are some pieces of paper hanging out with numbers on, and one of them is missing. Which number do you think is written on the missing piece of paper? I think, like, these are the same color, right? And they're 1. But these ones are 0 and 1. And because it's red, would it be 1, 2? But what's... Wait. September, October, November. It is, okay. Well, it's not months, but anyway, it is 2.
I've seen how to solve this now. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
Yes. Well, with puzzles that interesting to stimulate my mind, I can stand to be a hermit, I think. Are there any more of them in here? Hey, they don't want your paw prints all over this nice shiny metal. Stop touching everything. God, that was sinister. Gong! A pen on every desk. People visiting the bank can use these desks to write on if they need to. Monkey pups. They should write on paper, not the desks. Oh look, there's a puzzle with a pen on this one. Pencil box. In this picture, a square is colored in if it has lines drawn around it. Can you make it so 4 or more squares are colored in? If you select a pencil, the pencil will disappear and a line will appear in its place. The line is drawn in the direction the pencil is facing. Select the pencils in order to draw the necessary lines. You can also delete lines by selecting them. Colored in if it has lines drawn around it. Select a pencil. Make it so 4 more squares are colored in. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. Yes. Yay.
A good puzzle is something you have to chew over. They do call me Sherlock Holmes for nothing.
That was jolly spiffing, Cheryl. You've obviously been taking notes from Miss Layton. Well, you know, Pinstripes, I might have lost my memory, but I haven't lost my mind. I suppose people who work in banks have to do paperwork all day, every day, don't they? Well, yes, that is their job, and even we have to do paperwork sometimes, don't we, when we're not busy on a case. That's a royal we, if ever I hearded one. Oh, there's a puzzle here, look, next to this pile of papers. Ernest, good luck. Boy meets girl. Okay. Let's So, say she's on this, and wait, no. What? Hold on, I know what I'm trying to do, but
I have a feeling that perhaps... That's a relief. I wasn't entirely sure.
well done, Ernest. That's the right answer. All that bookwork at the office has obviously paid off, miss. I'm glad I turned my hand to it. Had it turned, you mean hard. Okay, I think that's everything. Yes. Alright, next. Ratman returns. I say, it's rather exciting to be here at the London Times offices. I do enjoy it, you know. It's my favorite of all the London papers. Come on, Pinstripes. Newspapers are all the same. Oh no, it's not that black and white at all, Cheryl. Obviously, all papers carry the mainstream news. That's more or less the same, I grant you. But the London Times has fascinating extra articles and unusual pieces of local news, and celebrity gossip, too. Yes, I agree with you, Ernest. It's not all just boring news stories. There are lots of other interesting things to read as well. I like it. Yes, stories like The Leviathan of London Surfaces in the Thames and Shakespeare Shaken Up. Was William a Wandering Werewolf? Fascinating stuff. That article about Stonehenge being a UFO repair shop was good too, wasn't it? Yeah, sounds like a real bastion of intellect. Anyway, Pinstripes, who's asked us to investigate this time? The chief editor, Cheryl. He called the office personally and asked us to come and discuss a case with him. Did you hear that, Cheryl? The chief editor of the London Times. I can hardly imagine what exotic case he might have lined up for us. Perhaps he'll want us to investigate an unidentified flying object that's been seen over the capital. Just think of it, Cheryl. I'm itching to get started. You sure that isn't fleas? Because it's not like you have this much get up and go. Well, we'll find out soon enough when we meet the man, won't we? Yes, about that, Ernest. Where exactly in this enormous building is his office? Oh, sorry, I neglected to ask that. I see. Well, we'll just have to ask someone then, I suppose. Oh, but look, there's Doug Dirt over there. Look, our reporter friend. Excellent, he'll know for sure. Let's go and ask him. Jeremy's got some layers. Hello, hello. If it isn't Miss Layton and friends, I must say your timing is impeccable. The inspector has seen it fit to set me a puzzle, but I haven't got the foggiest idea in London town of how to solve it. Oh, well, Constable, I'm sure I can help you out with that. Any mystery solves my motto, as you know. Well, if you'd be so kind as to pop on your thinking hat and ponder it in my place, I'd be much obliged, madam. Document disaster. People have been putting 3-page documents on a desk, but a breeze has blown them all over the place. Incredibly, they landed in the same order as they were stacked. There were only 3 sheets on the desk when I left my papers, states document. The picture shows the papers after they were scattered, but split up according to who they belonged to. So which set of papers are the docs? You want to... There are only 3 sheets on the desk when I left my papers. Picture shows the papers after they were scattered, but split up according to who they belonged to. Nothing in particular is sticking out to me. You want to repeat that? There are only 3 sheets on the desk when I left my papers. The fact that there are 3 sheets of paper there already when the dog added his to the pile means that he was the second person to place his documents on the desk. So you're looking for the second set of Oh. Okay. So, first, that one, and no, wait, no, whoops. Okay, let's mark A's papers. So I believe this and this and this are A's. B is that, and I think this one. Okay. C. 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 No. Da. So this is probably C's then? So B. Maybe that one? And then D. Ah, no! D, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright, so Black was first, so he's not B. Not B. Bread? So A, I think.
This should do it, I think. Puzzles are made for solving.
Inspector Hastings' little conundrum is all cleared up for you. Sensational, madam. Simply sensational. At last I can head back to the yard with me held head high and tell the inspector I solved it all me Todd. Penguin. Oops. I broke clear. Oh, sorry. Good evening, Doug. Well, hello there. What a coincidence this is. Not really. The chief editor asked us to come, you see, and you work here. Really? I mean, I know I work here, of course, but the chief ed asked for you, did he? Interesting. I never heard anything about a case of private I'd be investigating. Well, would you mind telling us where we can find them, please? Delighted to, I'm sure. Unsurprisingly, you might say the editorial office where the boss works is on the top floor. I don't know why he's asked for you, but you know what we say here. Where there's a Layton, there's a story awaiting. Yes, well, thank you. I wonder what all this is about then. Very interesting indeed. Yikes. Gosh, so this is where it all happens. The editorial floor of the London Times, the forefront of the news. What a pigsty. This beats my messy desk, heads down. It's not a competition, Cat. I don't imagine anyone has a minute spare for tidying. They all look so busy. Well, I wonder where the chief editor is then. Ah, I think that's probably him over there. I remember his face from the papers. Alright then, time to find out what sort of case he has for us. Yikes, that hair. Those socks. Excuse me, are you the chief editor? Yes, that's me, Taboris Lloyd? Taboris Lloyd? I'm just gonna call you Tabloid, okay? At your service, how can I help you? Oh no, don't tell me, you must be from the London Detective Agency. Good, I'm glad you're here. Yes, hello, Mr. Lloyd. I'm Catriel Layton. This is my assistant, Ernest Greaves, and my trusty canine companion, Cheryl. So you're Catriel? Huh, well. Your name is hot on everyone's lips at the moment, it seems. I had no idea you were such a young, beautiful woman, though. Oh, well, yes, people do say that about me. That's right, Cat. It's all about being modest. And that's not all they say about you. Apparently you can solve any mystery. So, I prepared a little brain teaser to test you out. Will you give it a go, will you? It's just one puzzle, so you will. The Shape of Love. The sequel to the best-selling novel, The Shape of Love, has hit the shelves. When the book's front cover is lined up in a certain way, it represents the title of the book. Which of these 5 designs is the front cover? The sequel, when the book's front cover is lined up a certain way. This one, right? Yeah. It makes a little heart shape.
I've seen how to solve this now. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
Heart. Oh yes. Brilliant. I tried for 3 days and nights to crack that one with no success. Well, all puzzles have an answer, Mr. Lloyd, just as all mysteries have an explanation. Well, that decides it. You're the woman for the job. You're the one to solve the mystery for me. Are you going to explain why you asked us to come down here now then, Mr. Lloyd? Yes, of course. Living in London as you do, you must have heard this name before, I'm sure. The powerhouse of justice, Ratman. Oh, rather. Who hasn't heard of Ratman? Well, that's who I want you to investigate. Ratman returns! Yes, Ratman. He came into the news not that long ago, didn't he? The mysterious superhero of London. London has superheroes, now I've heard it all. Oh, Ratman is spiffing, Cheryl. Simply spiffing. I'm a huge fan. You and me both. Ha! The power mouse of justice. Just hearing that gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? How did I know these two would hit it off? Well, like I said, I've heard of Ratman, but I don't know much about him. Oh, I can tell you anything you need to know. He's a champion with his own brand of justice for all those low-life criminals sullying our streets. It was about a year ago that he had the first reports of his appearance. At the slightest whisper for help, Ratman appears out of nowhere, pounds the bad guys into the ground, and shoots off into the night once more. Nobody knows his true identity because he always appears dressed as a rat. Ha! He's a sensation. He's amazing. He's everything a superhero should be. Ratman forever! It's his secret identity that makes him so awfully enigmatic, isn't it? So captivating, so swagger. Alright, just try to remember he dresses as a rat, The problem is he's disappeared. There have been no sightings reported for 3 months now. Yes, I noticed there had been no articles about him recently. I was wondering why, as it happens. So were we, and here at the London Times we looked into it, believe you me. But as ever, the Power Mouse is shrouded in mystery. Nobody knows where he's gone or the reason for his disappearance. And now you'd like me to investigate? Yes, exactly. Will you do it? Will you? Of course. The Layton Detective Agency motto isn't any mystery solved for nothing, you know. Wonderful. You've practically solved it already, I'll bet. We'll find out the reason why our beloved superhero has gone AWOL in no time. Let's not jump the gun, Tabby. Aha, there's Caesar. Perfect timing. Caesar Chance, over there. Is Caesar Chance. There's the owner of the publishing firm that produces the London Times. Seize your chance! He's got papers, magazines, books, anything in print you can think of. Caesar Chance is the man who pressed it. People say he's got the country's media in the palm of his hand, and he has. He's one of the so-called 7 dragons as well, you know. Oh, yes. Really? He's one of the dragons? Perhaps I should introduce myself in that case. Oh, yes, you must. Although he's not the most jovial of people, you might say. Hello. Rat man. Good evening, Mr. Chance. Oh, you're that private eye madam's always going on about these days, aren't you? Catriel Layton. Hello, I believe we both attended the premiere of No Sub for Love at the Savoy before. Oh yes, that farce. When the final scene of the film went missing. And I hear you've been involved in a number of other cases since then. The rumors abound. Anyone else's hackles up yet? So, Tab, you're really going through with this private eye idea, are you? You just can't give up on Ratman, can you? I'll never give up on him. The public will never give up on him. He's the guardian of the night, the paragon of peace, the power mouse of justice. I don't know what all the fuss is about. Oh, come on, Caesar. You're always so lukewarm about things. And you always get so hot on the collar, Tab. Well, I can see that you two are obviously more than business colleagues. Have you been friends for long? Oh, me and Caesar go all the way back to senior school. I never imagined we'd end up knowing each other as long as we have, though. As you probably realized by now, Tab is a unique individual. He thrives on making others happy. That's why I gave him the job here. I knew he'd make a good editor, and I wasn't about to let the tabloids have him. Along with the news every morning, I aim to deliver a smile onto the face of every London Times reader out there. I've never seen chalk and cheese getting on so well together. Anyway, we don't want to keep you from your investigation, Catriel. That would never do. No. Good luck finding out all you can about Ratman. Yes, leave it to me, Mr. Lloyd. I'm sure I'll be able to find out the reason why he's no longer making appearances. The reason why doesn't matter. The fact is, he's gone. You'll be wasting your time, Miss Layton. How can you say that, Caesar? Ratman is the power mouse of justice and always will be. He'll be back, you'll see. Fine, if that's what you want to believe, be my guest. Investigate, tell you're blue in the face. As long as sales don't drop, that's all I'm worried about. Well, I would like to ask both of you a few more questions if you could spare the time. Of course, I'll tell you anything you want to know about Ratman, about the London Times, about my shoe size, if you believe in that kind of thing. Well, Tab might have time for that nonsense, but I don't. Oh, come on, Caesar. You can spare the lady a few minutes, surely. Would you mind telling us what you know about Ratman, Mr. Chance? Alright, nothing. Yes, I'm definitely getting the impression that you're not one of Ratman's biggest fans. Obviously, Ratman was a big deal for London. It wasn't only the paper we featured him in, we did exclusive features in some of our magazines as well. Ratman's flavor of the month, and I'm grateful for what he's done for us, but people will get bored of him. If it's all Ratman, 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 he'll lose his appeal. Oh yes, I know exactly what you mean. You can't eat the same meal every day, no matter how delicious it is. We should forget Ratman. We should be looking for new news, not old news. Seriously, Tab, how long are you going to keep pursuing this childish superhero nonsense? Caesar, Ratman isn't nonsense. He's hip, he's cool, he's wicked, he's sick. You even sound like a child. We're not kids anymore, Tab. For heaven's sake, we're parents. Parents can still be into superheroes. In fact, parents need superheroes more than anyone. There just aren't enough hours in the day. They really are at loggerheads over this, aren't they? They've clearly been friends for a long time, though. I'm sure most of it is just banter. So, Mr. Lloyd, you've asked us to find out why Ratman seems to have disappeared. That's presumably because you idolize him and you want your superhero champion back. Well, yes, of course. I mean, I am a die-hard Ratman fan, I don't mind admitting it. But there is more to it than that. Oh? In what way? Well, Ratman articles proved very popular in the London Times. Whenever we featured a story about him, the copies just flew off the shelves. So Ratman's disappearance is affecting sales, you mean? See for yourself. It's not all roses, is it? So it's true that Ratman's actions do have an impact on business, yes. But the other thing is safety on the streets. According to our reports, since Ratman disappeared, crime's on the up. I see. It sounds like a double-edged sword, doesn't it? It's not the paper sales so much as the people of London's safety. You need Ratman on the streets. He must know that. I just don't understand why he's not showing himself. I didn't realize Ratman had such an impact on paper sales. Well, thank you, Mr. Lloyd and Mr. Chance, for your time. Yes, I think we should take ourselves out into the street now and start asking questions there. So, if you'll excuse us, we'll push on with our investigation. Yes, brilliant. Go and do what you do, detective. Answer the Ratman riddle. Waste your time if you want to. He won't learn anything. So, what are we really hoping to find out about Ratman here? Who he is, first of all. And why does he do all this superhero stuff? That's the point, Cheryl. Nobody knows. It's all a big mystery. He only ever appears wearing his trademark Ratman suit, so nobody can tell who he really is. Why a rat? It's bad enough having to be a dog. You'd think he'd want recognition for all the good deeds he does. Perhaps he's extremely self-conscious. Wouldn't you be more self-conscious dressing up in an outfit like that? Rude to that. Well, anyway, seeing as we don't know anything about him, I suppose we should start by asking around if anybody's actually seen him. It sounds as if he was making fairly regular appearances until recently, so we stand a good chance of finding someone who's seen him. Very good, Miss Layton. I'll ask some passers-by. Good evening again, Douglas. Out gathering information for a story, are you? Hello again. As it happens, I finished my interviews now, and I'm just on my way back to the office. Did you find the boss? Have a good gander at the paper-strewn hovel we call an office, did you? Yes, we spoke to Mr. Lloyd. He's asked us to investigate the current whereabouts of Ratman. Ah, so that's his game, is it? You know, it was yours truly in charge of the Ratman stories when he was still about. So, you mean you've met him then? You've met Ratman? Of course I have, dozens of times. Although, that being said, he's an elusive fella who slips away as soon as he's done his work, so meeting him takes some doing. Wow, dozens of times? That's simply spiffing. I can't very well write stories about something I haven't seen, can I? So whenever Ratman shows his tail, old Dougie's on hand to capture the tail. Gosh, you're just like a superhero too, Mr. Dirt. A rhyming one. Not me, lad. I'm just the one who gets it out there to the public. Except, of course, that Ratman no longer seems to be around. Except that indeed, miss. London without rats just ain't London. Of course, we've conducted our own investigations into the disappearance of our rodent friend, but we turned up nothing. Diddly squat. Yes, because he's so elusive. Such a mysterious crusader. But have no fear. The people of London's voices won't fall on deaf ears. The rat will be back. An elusive hero making unexpected appearances. Oh dearie me, you're busybodies, aren't you? Now, what are you up to today? Another case, is it? Old gossip. Her curiosity could kill her, eh, Cat? Ha! We're actually investigating Ratman at the moment. Dear me, whatever next? Ratman, you say? I don't suppose you know his true identity by any chance. Sure she does, Cat. She probably knows how to make perpetual motion work, too. Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. I only know what I've read in the papers. I see, but you sound like you're a fan anyway. Oh, well, it's hard not to be. I mean, it's such a juicy story, isn't it? Someone must know who the mysterious hero is. I always made a point of reading the special features they did on him in the London Times. Oh, I didn't realize you were a Times reader, Mrs. Riddleton. Oh, dearie me, yes, I read lots of papers, I'll have you know, young man. But I do enjoy the London Times especially. Always lots of juicy tidbits in there. Just celebrity romances, strange creature sightings, oh, it's what keeps me going. Yes, I quite understand. There was a magazine by the same publisher that it had a feature on Ratman as well. I snapped it up, I tell you. Oh, I do hope they keep coming up with all those delightful stories. We don't seem to have found out much of any use about Ratman, do we? No, it's hard when you're trying to find out about someone who does their utmost to remain a mystery. I thought cats were experts at catching rodents. Very amusing, Cheryl. I think perhaps we need to broaden our area. Let's interview some people further afield. I'll replace my pet dog with a more useful cat as our last resort. Alright. Let's dress in a more superhero-y this, I guess. We could pretend we were a reporter or something. Alright, next. Gosh, there are still a lot of people around Guildhall at this time, aren't there? It's all the office workers heading home after a day's work, I think, Ernest. Let's ask as many people as we can if they know anything about Ratman. Popono. Hello, I have a brand new puzzle just for you, fresh today. A puzzle, wonderful. Why is it so easy to do business with puzzles, but so hard with Poponos? Oh well, the wishes of the customer must come first. Here's your puzzle. A question of sport. There are pictures stuck up that represent success and failure in two different sports. The picture on the left shows success, and the picture on the right shows failure. Each of the sports are viewed from the side in the same location. The pictures at the top represent football, but which sport is represented by the pictures at the bottom? Pictures on the left show success. So soccer / football. Make a goal. I only have 4 letters. Golf, maybe? Again, though? What other sport has 4 letters? Viewed from the side. Yeah, so it's from the side, so you can't see the little hole thing there, right? So it has to be golf.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
You did it! Well, that was a really fun puzzle. Thank you. I hope you'll offer us more of them in the future. I want to offer Papanos really, not puzzles, but okay. Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you could help us. Have you ever seen Ratman? If by seen you mean been helped by, open bracket, not that I'm boasting, close bracket, then yes, why? You mean Ratman actually appeared to rescue you once? Bingo! Tell us all about it, please. Oh, well, it was about 3 months ago now, I think. I had gone down to Bullin Hill. There's a little cinema down there where they were showing an old Maverick director film I wanted to see, open bracket, that was not one of his best, close bracket. Some idiot showed up and tried to get me to give them some money. Golly, what did you do? I said no, of course, but they were real toads, so they started to get rough, and then da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na. How does the da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na Ratman appeared? And he saw them off for you. Yep, he gave them a taste of their own medicine, which gave me time to run away. So, you don't know what happened after that then, with Ratman, I mean. No, I legged it out of there as fast as I could. I suppose I should have said thank you, really. Oh well. So that was in Bowling Hill, you say? That's right, that's what I said. Apparently he pops up there a lot. Yes, I've heard that Bowling Hill isn't the nicest part of town. Lots of petty crime there, they say. Yep, I'm not going anywhere near the place ever again. If you end up going there, you want to be very careful. Thank you for the warning and the very helpful information. So Ratman often appears in Bowling Hill, does he? Yes, that's useful to know. There could very well be other people there who've bit him. Let's head that way now and see what we can find out. Excuse me, hussy. Sorry to bother you, but have you heard of Ratman? Ratman? Yes, I have, I think. Yes, I read about him in the, paper. I see, so you don't know much else about him then? No, not really. Obviously, as a public servant, I want to learn from his example. I mean, you know, helping the people of, London. You mean you're the sort of person who's quick to step in and lend a hand when a member of the public is in trouble? Oh, well, no, I mean, I was thinking I should start, bodybuilding. Bodybuilding? It's not a question of physical strength. You're perfectly capable of helping people as you are, I'm sure. Oh, I don't know. If you don't have strength, you need speed, and, well... She doesn't have speed. She's slow and hesitant. Well, this is Bowling Green, Miss Layton. This park is a start of the Bowling Hill district. Apart from that statue, which is impressive, there's not much here, is there? It's not much of a park. It used to be a thriving industrial quarter, miss, but now it's rather gone to the dogs. There are a lot of unsavory rumors about the place, I'm afraid, about gangs and miscreants. We should be careful. Cat. Yes, Cheryl. I get the feeling we're being watched. Watched? By whom? Oh no, we haven't been targeted already, have we? Run, Miss Layton, quickly. Hey, you! Leave us alone. Oh. You're Cat Trill, right? A detective? I'm Cat Triel, yes. Can I help you? It's just a little boy. I was told to give you this. Is that a little Ratman costume he's in? Oh, a note. What's all this about, I wonder? If you keep pursuing this case, you'll disappear just like Ratman did. Well... Is that just someone being a wag, or is it a bona fide threat? Things are starting to get interesting, boys. Weirdo. Tell me, what did the person who asked you to give me this look like? He had glasses, and he was skinny, and he had a head like a balloon. Head like a balloon? I feel like I met someone like that recently. Do you know where he is now? No, after he gave me the note, he disappeared. It sounds like he's seeing off Ratman, and now he's trying to see you off too, miss. That's certainly the way it seems from this note, yes. Which means the Power Mouse of Justice has a mortal enemy. Himself. Very likely. After all, Ratman has been putting a stop to criminal activity, so he's bound to have upset a few people. What do we do now, then? When you fight to uphold the law, you expect a little opposition. I'm not about to let a little threat like that put me off. In fact, it's made me more determined than ever. Bravo, Miss Layton. That's the spirit. So, first things first, let's explore the area thoroughly. Maybe we can find this balloon head who decided to threaten me and pop him. What are you doing in this rundown shadow of former glory? We're investigating the so-called Power Mouse of Justice, Ratman. Have you ever met him? Never. Heard the name, but that's all. Oh, pity. Now let me ask you a question. Do you know about the Bullen Man, enshrined in metal forever, a relic of the past? The Bullen Man? You mean the statue? Of course. Many along here has the Bullen Man watched over the green here, watched fortunes come and go. Of course, he wasn't always called that. But over time, because of his place here in Bowling Green, people gave him that name. The thing that bothers me about him is his size. Isn't he a little too grand for this park? A sign of the times, you see. In days gone by, this whole area was grand. Now all that remains is this statue and people's memories. I see. It was built at a time when this area's fortunes were a little different. Well, that explains it. It's rather sad that, isn't it? Ratman Eraser. Do you live near here? Yeah, just over there. I come to this park all the time. I love your outfit. Do you like superheroes? Superheroes are the greatest. They're not scared of anyone. That's right. They're splendid, aren't they? You like superheroes too? My favorite's Ratman. He's the best. He's stronger than anyone. I bet he could even beat this thing. Core War. A big bad block monster has appeared. You can defeat the monster by destroying all the blocks, but attacking blocks that are not core blocks does nothing. Selecting a core block, a block with a shining red orb, will destroy both the block and the blocks around it that have arrows pointing their way. Destroy all the blocks and set those poor chicks free. Okay. There.
I have a feeling that perhaps... Still no patch on Miss Layton, of course.
There. Good defeats evil once again. Wow, that was amazing. You're like a superhero too. I don't think Ratman actually fights monsters though, does he? So, he could. And I bet he'd win if he did too. You sound like you're Ratman's #1 fan. I am. No one likes Ratman more than me. And Mom even got me this cool suit. I bet you don't have a Ratman outfit. No, so have you ever seen Ratman then? Or been helped by him even? Don't be silly. Ratman only comes out at night. I'm always in bed. Good for you. Anyway, I have to go now, or Mom will get angry. Still feel like someone's watching us. Look, that chap's staring just at us. I don't like the look of him. Ah, good. Let's go and ask him some questions. I don't think that's a good idea, Miss Layton. He could be dangerous. We won't get the information we need if we let fear stand in our way, Ernest. Come on. Oh, he gone. He's running away. Suspicious. He seems to be deliberately avoiding us. Should we try and collar him, Cat? Of course. Now we've got to ask him why he ran away from us. He ran off down the street there. Alright then, after him. Come on, you two. They don't believe in street lighting in Bowling Hill, it seems. No, apparently not. Most other parts of town have excellent lighting at night. And look at all this litter. I'm afraid the rumors were right. This is not a nice area at all. Are you frightened, Ernest? Well, I wouldn't say... I mean, I'm just being alert. Are we really going to stop people and ask them questions, miss? Definitely. After all, everyone keeps telling us this is the place where Ratman usually appears. So we've got the best chance of finding someone else who's met him here, haven't we? It's hard to read that sign in the dark, isn't it? A neon sign's what they need. That would stand out a mile around here. Neon. Ah, that reminds me of a puzzle I know. Neon lights. Here we have some neon signs. One of the 3 signs is still not switched on. Each sign contains 2 letters which are lined up in a uniform way. What are the letters on the 3rd sign? Okay. So O and D, I presume. Or is it C, D? Okay, C and D. And then this is E and F. And then that would have to be G, H, right? C, D, E, F, G, H.
So, in conclusion, still no patch on Miss Layton, of course.
So that actually, this sign is just right as it is already for the back streets of Bullen Hill. I suppose neon might be a little much for a place like this. I say, excuse me, sorry to bother you. We're looking for people who might have seen Ratman. Ratman, you say, fiend? Oh, aye, many a time here in Bullen Hill. Many a time, really? To be sure, I was even helped by him the one time, you know. Please, we'd love to hear about it if you don't mind. I don't mind one bit, miss. It must have been 6 months back now. Stop, come back here, you little tyke. Give me that back. What's the use? He's too quick for me. Where's someone to help when you need him, eh? Like a rodent from the gutter, he appears. Crooks and villains tremble in fear. The power mouse of justice is here. Ratman. Nothing escapes these murmuring ears. I heard your cries. I heard your tears. What problems ugly napper rears. Ratman, you'll never believe it. I queued up 2 hours, so I did. 2 hours to buy that special sandwich, and then that pesky mutt came and nabbed it right out of me hand. What a disaster. What a mishap. But Ratman now is on the attack. Justice for the thief of your snack. Hold it right there, Pooch. Aru. Haha, justice once more wins the day. The dog's consciousness has its way. I had a hunch it would drop your lunch, and without a single punch from me. Justice is done, we all had fun, but now Ratman must run. Oh, bless you, Ratman. You're a true gent, so you are. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha. And that was that. I got me precious Sambo back, and it was all thanks to Ratman. I had no idea Ratman helped people in sandwich emergencies. Ratman helps anyone who needs it. Only just lately, no one's seen him at all. I can't imagine what happened to him. So even here in Bullen Hill, Ratman's not been seen for some time. Oh, but I've seen other famous folk around these parts, so I have. Really? Like who? Like that stinkin' rich fiend with the glasses. What's his name now? Oh, that's it. Chance. Caesar Chance. You've seen Mr. Chance here in Bullen Hill, you mean? Aye, to be sure. Loads of times. Can't imagine what business the fiend is here, though. Neither can I. I wonder why he comes here so often. Beats me, but I like to ask him. Yes, well, anyway, we've ascertained that Ratman hasn't been seen around here these past months either. Let me see, what's our next move? There's the mongrel that ran off before. It's almost like he's spying on us. Well, don't just stand there, let's go after him. He's just vanished again. I think he went down that street there. Shall we give chase, miss? Of course, we can't let him get away, can we? Rat me. It's a dead end. A dark dead end. Yeah, this is no place for the likes of you. Mohican? Mohawk man? You don't want to be around these parts, lady. Not if you like that pretty face of yours, get it? Watch it, cat. He smells like trouble. I'm not scared of you. An English gentleman doesn't succumb to petty threats. Huh, reckon you're pretty tough, do ya? Run away while you still can, Miss Layton. Let me deal with this bully. You're a knight in shining armor, is he, princess? I think I'm gonna blub. Alright then, if you want to save your girl, let's see if you can get your head around this puzzle. Dragon question. These animals all got together and counted up the number of somethings in their name. The frog had 1, the bird had 4, and the rabbit had 5. How many did the dragon have? It's like the box said in a nut. Okay. I want to say it's these little D shapes. So this little D shape in the R. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2. 2.
Do you think? Puzzles are made for solving.
The little D shapes. Yeah, not bad, mate, not bad. A puzzle like that wouldn't trip me up, not when Miss Layton's safety depends on it. Fancy yourself, do ya? Don't you dare lay a finger on Miss Layton, you rapscallion. Well, looks like I was worrying about nothing if you're that sure yourself. Now you listen to me. I suppose you're one of the gang members who's been threatening to mug people around here, are you? What, me? Nah, I'm not into that stuff anymore. I wasn't trying to get money off you, if that's what you're thinking. I was just trying to tell you to go home, right? It's not safe around here after dark, eh? What? You weren't trying to threaten us? Well, that did not come across. Sounds like he's not all bad, this guy. Maybe just a bit misunderstood. Nice dog. He's well cute. Come here, boy, and let me give you a stroke. Oh, aren't you lucky, Cheryl? He wants to give you a stroke. He'll give me a heart attack as well, probably. But anyway, I'm Mo. Bowling ill, here's my patch. In that case, I don't suppose you know anything about Ratman, do you? Ratman? Of course I know Ratman. It was Ratman that sorted me out, stopped me dissing everyone, eh? Tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, alright then. Must have been about, what, 3 months ago? Something like that anyway.
Please, be a good sport.
All right, Bowlhead, give us your wallet.
Stop, you goons.
Who the heck are you?
Smash!
Ratman sends you to your doom!
It hurt when you hit the paving. That's what you get for misbehaving. This life of crime has to stop. It's hurting others, like your pop. You what? Hurting others? What are you on about, eh? Your mom and dad, my friend. You're driving them round the bend. Your mom and dad, eh? I suppose they probably are worried about me. Your wounds will only need a plaster, but your parents' heart approached disaster. Go straight, return them from sorrow's gate. Go straight. I don't know, it's gone too far, it's too late. Never. You can soothe their aching hearts by making 1 or 2 new starts. Perhaps it's daunting knowing mistakes, but I believe you got what it takes. Alright, just stop rhyming, will ya? I'll do it. Kiddo, I wish you every success, and now I have to run, I confess. Where you going, Ratman? Tonight is a fateful night for me, the greatest event in my history. It's probably going to be. Goodbye, goodbye, now I really must fly. Ratman, come back! And I haven't seen him again since then. Last glimpse I had of him, he had a real hard look on his face. I reckon he was going after the big boys, off to take out the heavy mob he was, if you ask me. But doesn't Ratman always wear a mask? How could you tell what sort of expression he had on his face? And who do you mean exactly by the heavy mob? Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right? Just, you know. All superheroes have got an arch enemy, right? Everyone knows that. Anyway, the point is Ratman sorted me out. So that's why I've been trying to do what I can around here to make sure the place is safe, like what Ratman was doing. That was about 3 months ago. That's about the time Ratman went missing, isn't it? Perhaps somewhere around here we might find a clue as to why he's disappeared. Let's do a little more investigation. Dog. Oh, isn't that stray over there the one you befriended before, Cheryl? Yeah, you're right. Pinstripes. He's got himself a big patch, hasn't he? Why don't you ask him if he knows anything about Ratman? Alright, alright. I knew you were going to twist my paw about that. Hey there, Hound. Didn't expect to bump into you around these parts, sniffing out some clues. Something like that. We're actually investigating a superhero called Ratman. Have you heard of him? Ratman, that weirdo who wears the mouse mask, huh? Oh yeah, I know him. Got burnt pretty bad once by that vermin. Ouch. Sounds like you're not a fan. You got that right, Hound. I just sunk my teeth into 3 days worth of grub when he showed up and ruined everything. Oh, you're the sandwich thief. Did you notice anything unusual about him at all? We don't call it thieving, Hound. Anyway, I did catch his scent, and he didn't smell like any of the other humans that live around here. He had a different scent, I know it's probably not what you were hoping for, but maybe that info will come in useful sometime. Hope so, anyhow. And if you find that vermin, tell him something from me, Hound, because I want closure. Tell him that sometimes us dogs need a helping hand too, not just the humans. Got it. I'll pass on the message. Well, Cheryl, did you find out anything useful? According to my source, Ratman isn't from around here. Apparently he's got a different scent. Interesting. A truly doggy statement you got there. Good boy. So we can assume that Ratman comes from somewhere else then, despite all his appearances in Bullen Hill. Yes, perhaps we should widen our area of investigation. Well, wash my whiskers. There's a puzzle in this bottle. A puzzle in a bottle? That's far too interesting to pass up. I have to solve it. Oh, do be careful of all the broken shards around here, miss. Color confusion. This square has been divided equally by diagonal lines, and each of the sections has been painted a different color. Top is red, the right is yellow, and the bottom is blue. Apparently, when the left section is painted, it will be a larger area than each of the other 3 colors. What color is the left section? The top is red, right is yellow, bottom is blue. It'll be a larger area than each of the other. Oh.
This should do it, I think. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
Yes. It's an unusual place to find a puzzle, isn't it? Inside a bottle. What were you expecting, a ship? Yes. Oh. Did you see that? A mouse just jumped out of that hole there. Really? A mouse? Answer it. Sorry, what? Do you mean go after the mouse, miss? Yes, a mouse is rodent too, after all. It might know something about Ratman. Yeah, do you want to rethink that, maybe? Ratman isn't actually a rat cat, and mice can't talk. Neither can dogs. Come on, less jabbering, more jogging. We can't let that mouse get away. We meet again. We must stop bumping into each other like this, huh? Oh, Douglas, yes, how funny. Ha, I always crop up when you least expect it, lad. So what are you doing here? Working on a story, of course. What else? The last reported sighting of Ratman was near this very spot here. I see, so have you uncovered a new lead or something? Well, sadly, no. No pertinent new information in that regard has come to light as such. However, it has emerged that some young hooligans around here were steered from their life of crime after their encounters with Ratman, so I'm writing an article about that. Entitled, I might add, Rats, the Power Mouse is gone, but his justice lives on. But his justice lives on. What do you think? Good, huh? I was in a load of stuff I shouldn't have been in. Then Ratman came along and beat some sense into me. I owe him for that. That's why I'm helping keep the streets safe around here now while he's gone. He was a rat, and I'm like the pigs, I suppose. Ah ha 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 ha. He clearly has his heart in the right place, but golly, the way he looks and talks are enough to rattle anyone. Mice are so quick. Where did that little thing get to? It could take us forever to find one little mouse, miss. Don't look for the mouse, Ernest. Look for places where a mouse might go. Like that mouse hole over there? Brilliant, Cheryl. Let's investigate. Yes, this will be where the mouse escaped to. He's shrewd, our little shrewy friend. It seems to be some sort of shop inside there. A tailor's by the look of it. Well, the lights are on, so I imagine it's open. Let's go in and have a look. Gosh, look at all this fabric and haberdashery, buttons, threads, sewing machines even. Look, what a delightful shop. I'd be amazed if anyone can find anything they need in here. It's all in a bit of a jumble, isn't it? Look out for falling shards, Cat. I think you just threw a stone in your glass house. Very funny. That old lady over there seems to be the shopkeeper. Shall we ask her if she knows anything useful, miss? Yes, let's. And we can ask her if she doesn't mind us looking around in her shop, too. Ratman. This is a Ratman costume, isn't it? Oh yes, no question. Ratman wears a suit just like that. Oh, what's that doing in here? Let's ask the shopkeeper. She may even be able to tell us who Ratman really is. Excuse me again. I didn't talk to you before. I was wondering if I could ask you about this Ratman suit here. Mrs. Slow, the tailor? About this Ratman suit here! Yes, I heard you, dear. I had heard if you were on the other side of the door. It's just something I store here for a customer of mine. Oh, who would that be? I don't think I should be discussing my customers' affairs with complete strangers, do you? I don't want any bad blood around here. Oh, no, I suppose not. Spot on. Alright then, perhaps you could tell us how long you've been keeping it here for then. Would that be alright? I don't really remember, to be honest. Well, I suppose I almost do. About 3 months now, I'd say. And the person who left it with you hasn't come back to collect it. If he had, it wouldn't still be here, would it? I wish he would, though, frankly. I struggle for space enough as it is. I don't want it to stay here forever. A Ratman suit that was left here 3 months ago. And the person who it belongs to hasn't been back in all that time. It fits in with when Ratman went missing. I wonder what on earth happened to him. Cutting cloth is a real art, I think. Trying to make the best use of the available fabric without wasting any, I mean. I'll say, you really need to think it through, just like this puzzle. Shoe shuffle. Okay, let's... Ah, dang. There we go.
I've seen how to solve this now. And that's how it's done.
Puzzles I can manage, but I think I'll leave the cloth cutting to the professionals. You're so wise, miss, and so clever. Excuse me, could we ask you a few questions, please? Do you think she's a bit deaf? Excuse me! Shh, I'm trying to work out how to cut the right shape of fabric for this blank space. It's very complicated. Cut your cloth. This 5-meter square piece of fabric needs to be cut for a sewing project. One 3-meter square piece and 4 1-meter square piece needs to be cut from it. When marking out the cut lines on the fabric, what is the minimum number of straight lines that needs to be drawn? $5 We need a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. One 3-meter square piece and 4. they allow me to do that? No, wait. So we need 4 squares. 4 little squares. 1, 2. 1, 2 for the 3. And then well, actually, okay, so we cut the 3 straight across, and then we cut down here. Yikes. 3. And so it's I'm assuming, yeah, because they're squares, it's all the same size. Okay, so the 3 line, and then another 3 line. So then there are 2 and 2. If we make another line here, two, or three. Two. Two. That. Whoops. If I do that, there's 1, and then 1, 2. If we 1, so 1 cut that. Wait. Let's say that goes all the way through. And then we got that. So we have 1, 2, and then cut there. So 4 lines.
I've seen how to solve this now. Puzzles are made for solving.
Okay, that's I don't think that's what I was thinking, but whatever. Oh, thank you. Yes, I think that will get me out of the woods, actually. Excellent. We're very sorry to disturb you when you're obviously so busy, but I wonder if you could help us. Tell me why you're here and we'll see. Actually, maybe it was the right one. Let me just look at the picture real quick. Yeah, so I think I did it the right side way. Tell me why you're here and we'll see. Well, the thing is, we're investigating Ratman. Rats. Oh, I know all too well that they're around. Mice, too. This whole area is infested with the things. No, not rats. Ratman. A Ratman? Sorry, I don't know anything about that. Must be some newfangled thing I haven't heard of. Everything has changed these days. So glad we came in here. This wasn't a waste of time at all. It doesn't look like she's prepared to give us any more of her time. I really thought we might be about to discover Ratman's true identity there. Yeah, that lady's pretty tight-lipped, isn't she? She's got one of those zips she sells on her muzzle. I wonder if it was actually the real Ratman who left this suit here, though. What are you rooting to, Cat? Well, it's possible that someone who defeated Ratman could have deposited it instead, isn't it? That's true, but that would mean... I mean, Ratman did get into a big fight with his arch enemy or something and lost. You mean good didn't triumph over evil? Oh no, that doesn't bear thinking about. If that's what happened, Pinstripes, that's what happened. I know, but do you really think that that's what happened, Miss Layton? Do you think Ratman was defeated? It's too soon to say, Ernest. It's just one possible explanation. Yes, it might not be so. Well, I think for now we should go back and report to Mr. Lloyd. Sounds like a plan. So, back to London Times offices then. Well, aren't I the lucky one? Did you say you're going to the offices of the London Times? Oh, yes, that's right. In that case, could you give this box to Mr. Chance, please? That would be good for both of us. What is it? Just something he asked me for. I should have said no, but anyway. It's very important. Make sure it gets to him, please. You did say you were going there anyway, didn't you? Why would you refuse? You look like a lad with a perfectly good heart. Well, I suppose it's no skin off our noses, is it? Dog's body for another woman now, eh, Pinstripes? I wonder what's inside the box. You'd think material or something, wouldn't you? But it's a bit small for that. Well, whatever it is, it looks like we have to deliver it, so let's be on our way. It's as crazy as ever in here. Ah, Douglas is back here too, look. He certainly does crop up everywhere, doesn't he? Oh, we meet again, eh? If you're looking for the Chief Ed, he's up on high as usual. He shows up everywhere we go, this fellow. I'm starting to feel hounded. I don't see Mr. Chance anywhere, though. Oh, what should I do with the box from the lady at the shop, then? She was very clear that it was to be given in person to Mr. Chance. Mr. Lloyd will probably know where he is. Let's go and ask him. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Ah, Catriel, there you are. Well, how's the investigation coming along? Before we fill you in about that, Mr. Lloyd, we have a question. Yes, while we were investigating, we met someone who asked us to give this package to Mr. Chance. I see, and now you can't find him. That's because he's in his office. I'll send someone for him. Doug, can you spare a minute? Yes, boss, something I can do for you. Sorry to disturb you, but could you go and ask Mr. Chance to come in here? I most certainly could. If you'll just excuse me for one moment, I shall return momentarily. Right, well, Caesar will be alone in a minute, I'm sure. Thank you. So tell me, how's the investigation shaping up? Have you figured out why Ratman's gone missing? Unfortunately, we haven't reached any conclusions yet. However, it seems possible that Ratman may have been defeated by a rival. A rival? Who on earth would that be? We don't know yet, but it seems that there may have been forces working against him. Unbelievable. If what you say turns out to be true, it means evil has triumphed over good. Please, Mr. Lloyd, it's too soon to say. Don't be disheartened. At the moment, there's nothing more than speculation. You're right. You're so right. There's no proof, no substance to the story. No need to feel depressed. He's a real swinger, isn't he? I mean, mood swings, not... There you go. Mr. Chance is just on his way down now. Yes, thank you, Doug. Catriel, now you can give him that parcel. Apparently you asked to see me. What's all this about, then? Well, during the course of our investigation, a tailor from Bowling Hill asked us to deliver something to you. Yes, here you are, Mr. Chance. I see. Well, thank you. Oh, don't mention it. It was no skin off our noses. Actually, I'd like to ask you a favor, too. This has had me stumped for a while now. I won't be able to get on with my work unless I can solve this blasted puzzle. Okay. Another one of these. C cannot appear next to another C or B. Same letter is never used more than twice. Password reads the same forwards and backwards. Same letter is never used. Quebec. C cannot appear next to another C or B. Same letters never used more than twice. Password reads the same forward and back. Yes?
If you'll entertain my idea here. Thank goodness I got that right.
Pack him. Well, very impressive. I can see why Madame Dublé is always banging on about you. Thank you. I do pride myself in my puzzle-solving abilities. I hope you don't mind me inquiring, but what's in the parcel? Do you really need to ask that? It's a parcel from a tailor. Do you think perhaps it might be clothing? The box just seems a little small for clothes, that's all. Is it really any concern of yours what's in my parcel? Fine, I'll tell you. I suppose you did bring it here for me, after all. It's baby clothes. Despite appearances, that lady is actually a very skilled tailor. I frequently have her make clothes for me. Baby clothes? Ah, well that explains the small box. How old's your baby? Just 3 months now, but growing out of outfits already. Oh, a baby. I do love babies. They're so cute. A baby? I see. Well, never mind my personal life. What about the Ratman investigation? Isn't it time you gave up? All this superhero nonsense is starting to get very old. Of course, a baby. Keep up, woman. We've moved on from that. Sorry, it's just that what you said before has made something fall into place. Made what fall into place? What are you talking about? Solving puzzles, Mr. Chance. It's what I do best. Yes, that's the truth behind this case. You haven't solved it, Cat. Of course I have. I'm ready to confine this mystery to history. I now know who Ratman really is and why he suddenly disappeared. It's time to reveal the secrets behind the power malice of justice.
Come on then, tell us. Tell us now. Where's Ratman gone? Why did he disappear?
Ahem. The superhero of London town simply had to stand down. Because he had a baby, maybe called Ratman Jr.
Catriel is such a dork.
What was that?
I was trying to be all Ratman-y, but it's hard. Isn't that right, Mr. Chance? Or should I say, Ratman?
Rats.
He's Ratman, balloon head there.
You found that good stories were dwindling and you wanted to create some news, didn't you? So you decided to use your wealth and connections to create a superhero. Isn't that right?
Yes. Yes, you're quite right, Miss Layton.
Well, who knew?
With the arrival of Ratman, sales of your London publications shot up and the city was rid of crime to boot. A win-win situation. But then, 3 months ago, you hit a snag, and Ratman had to be pulled off the streets.
Puppies, eh?
Exactly. Ratman, or rather you, Mr. Chance, had a baby. A baby you just can't bear to put down, he's so cute. As a result, superhero antics have had to take a backseat.
Yes. Yes, that's about the size of it. You wouldn't understand, but it's like I just want to gaze into my baby's eyes all day long. And when I do, I can't think about fighting crime. My superhero days are over. Ratman's finished. Everyone just needs to forget about him.
Mr. Chance, or rather, Ratman. You're throwing in the towel, neglecting your city's needs. No, no, no. That won't do. No chance. Not on my watch.
But,
No butter, no jam, no cream, no scones, no buts. Here's the answer. More Ratmen, that's what we need. Franchising.
fantastic.
Gosh, there's Ratman merchandise for sale all over the place.
And it's flying off the shelves as well. Who'd have thought the people of London would come to rely on rats?
It seems the new leader of the pack, Rat Boy, is the one everyone wants.
Oh, him.
Make way, make way.
Here comes Ratman to save the day.
And so London saw the return of Ratman, or rather Ratmans. The Rat Pack, as they became known, brought peace and security to the streets of the city. But Ratman on the ground, you're safe walking around. They really got the tailor lady out of this. Ratman forever! Here you are, my little chip off the old block. Your very own Ratman toy. Look, look, isn't he cute? Make way, here comes Ratman to save the day, ta-da! Wow, Caesar, you got it bad, haven't you? I didn't think I'd see the day you brought a baby into the office. It's so funny seeing you go all gooey like this. You're usually so serious. Don't be cheeky, Tab. I'm not gooey. But I do love you, my little bundle of joy. Look, here's Ratman again. Do you love your little Ratman toy? Do you? You're as gooey as the chewing gum on my shoe. Make way, we need a Ratman to save the day. Rat boy, what's the trouble? You look like you've run a marathon. It's this yapper of a dog in Bowling Hill. He's so hungry he can't move. He needs a Ratman's help. The poor mutt. Right then. Ratman doesn't care if it's a hound or a hare. He helps all Earth's creatures. He has to be fair. He's on his way to the dog in despair. I'm getting quite good at this. Oh, but who's on duty today? Me. Sorry, son. Duty calls. I'll just go and get ready. Like a rodent from the gutter, he appears. Crooks and villains tremble in fear. The powerhouse of justice is here. Ratman, you're here. That's my line. Anyway, the doggy's belly will rumble no more, for Ratman appears with a takeaway for him. Meanwhile, Tab, you rush the Bab. Got it. I'll look after your pride and joy, don't worry. Remember, I'm a father of 9. I can change nappies in my sleep. That, Ratman is relieved to hear as he rushes into battle without fear. And when he returns, which will be in a jiffy, you must show him that trick because my nappy changing's iffy. No problem. I'll show you how to get a guaranteed burp, too. Huh, the secrets of fatherhood will be mine for good. So I go now in Moraine Majesty to prevent another tragedy. People and dogs of the city, Ratman will be there in a biddy. Ratman. Godspeed, Power Mouse. Two more puzzles. Good evening. You're jogging around Bowling Hill, are you? Of course. Where there's a way, there's a will. Well done. Well done. I've run anywhere and everywhere. You always make exciting discoveries when you run down streets you never covered before. Like new puzzles. This one, for example. Why don't you see if this takes your fancy? Surf's up. The boards belonging to the 4 great surfer dudes got muddled up with some other boards. 3 of them have been found, but one is still missing. The 4 great surfer dudes all have boards that follow the same theme. What is the board they're looking for? So we're looking for something symmetrical? And they're all rounded. So not these. Or A.
I have a feeling that perhaps... That wasn't right. Oh, fiddlesticks.
Try to see what the patterns have in common. So B. But
So, in conclusion, Miss Layton would never have got that wrong.
Is it C? C?
So, in conclusion, thank goodness I got that right.
Or has a diamond on it. Oh. Okay. I get it. That was a capital little puzzle, thank you. I could tell you were enjoying it. You were smiling from ear to ear. Hold it, cat. I smell a rat in here. A rat or a mouse? Neither. A puzzle. And now my muzzle's all cobwebby. I might as well solve it. Pop-up prairie dogs. They're prairie dogs living in some holes that are connected by tunnels underground. They pop up if they sniff a carrot nearby, and they go back into their holes if you go near them. Holes that are joined by tunnels and adjacent to each other are linked, and the prairie dogs in those holes react as well. Select the holes in the right order so that there are prairie dogs peeping out of all of them.
This puzzle's got some bite. That was too easy.
5 steps and 7. There, that's the solution. The real puzzle is why it was in that mouse hole to start with, though. Perhaps the mouse found it and dragged it back to its home. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, so I'll do this one next time and whatever else might be after it. Because, let's see, 1, 2, those are all the dragons. We'll see. So, let me just save real quick. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!